In today's video, we're going to have a little bit of fun and we're going to see what the RX 5700 XT can do when it's majorly bottlenecked with an i5 3570, so a third gen i5 Intel processor, which as we know is pretty old by now. So basically we'll just try some games, we'll just see what it can do, and yeah, I mean obviously it's going to be a massive bottleneck, but we'll just see what the performance is like. I tested it a little bit, I've tested the card a little bit and it's all working good, and having benchmarks seem to run fine on it, about 230 odd FPS average and what have you, so pretty happy that it is working fine. But our CPU is going to bottleneck our 5700 XT, so you know it's going to be different. But yeah, basically we will have a video, more serious video. This is just a bit of entertainment, guys, really. On the RX 5700 XT, I actually got this power color RX 5700 XT for only £50 here, so that was a real steal on the Facebook Marketplace in my local area. So did really well with that. Fantastic GPU, kind of like I would say RTX 2070, getting up to that level. Certainly RTX 2060 Super, certainly level. Somewhere in between, maybe between those two cards, I'd say. So really good GPU here, probably about £140-ish on eBay currently, or around 130 to 140 to maybe 150 at very most. So yeah, we've got a good bargain there with 50 quid, so we're happy with that. And yeah, like I say, we'll just test out some games. We'll move over to the monitor here. We'll test out some games on this really old CPU, which is probably over 10 years old now, or something like that. Yeah, so 4-core, 4-thread. It's going to be bottleneck, seriously. But again, for entertainment purposes only, this video. Do not pair such a powerful graphics card with such a weak CPU, because you're going to have bottlenecks. But let's just for fun see what it can do. So our first game up is Fortnite. We're going to run 1080p full screen, unlimited frame rate, and we've set the graphics quality to low with TAA off, AA off. So our CPU is going to be pegged at 100% basically all the time as we play this game, but there's nothing we can really do about that. It's an i3 3570, so a third gen i5. I mean, it's going to be poor, but this is the whole point. It's a bit of fun, this video, so let's just see what the RX 5700 XT can do in Fortnite with a major CPU bottleneck. Again, I don't recommend you do this, but for entertainment purposes, we're just going to give it a go. So we are getting over 100 FPS. Like I said, 1080p low, everything turned down basically as low as possible. So let's get down on the ground. There is going to be some stutters and stuff. I mean, this is like I say, this is only a 4-core, 4-thread CPU, which is pretty old now, probably about 10 years old. So, you know, not going to be great, but we're just having some fun here, really. As you can see, our GPU is basically doing nothing here. It's basically just sitting around going, "Can you use us?" It's not even trying, really. So again, GPU sitting about 20%, not even that. So, and obviously our i5 is locked at 100% usage. Temperatures are staying fine, so not a problem there. I'd say the maximum temperature gets up to about 70 sometimes, but that's still perfectly acceptable on a CPU. And our our graphics card sitting about 39 degrees centigrade, so barely even started to get warm. And we have got 16 gigabytes of RAM here, clocked at 1600 megahertz as well, just to say. So at least we do have the amount of RAM that we need, which is good, because especially with Fortnite, if you've got 8 gigabytes of RAM now in Fortnite, you're basically done, because we're already using almost 10 gigabytes to be honest. So yeah, I mean 8 gigabytes for gaming is just gone now. That's you know, days of the past. So 16 is where it's still at. I'd probably say 32 actually, which people should start moving to, but 16's fine. We are doing quite well, over 100 FPS here, so you know, not bad. We are going to get a lot of drops here, like the 1% lows are going to go down to 10 and stuff. It just looks like a little speck on the monitor here. And they're reloading quick, quick, quick. As you can see, the graphics are absolutely pants, but again, I didn't really want to knock up the graphics because then it puts even more stress on the CPU, so it's just not really worth it. Obviously, with a 5700 XT and a proper processor, you know, a proper like Ryzen processor with at least a Ryzen 5 3600, you would be able to get proper FPS on this game and proper graphics and stuff. So, but I mean, we can knock them up, but I just think the CPU is going to bottleneck us so much that it's not even worth it. Never mind. Let's move on to the next game. So, next game is GTA 5. Display here. Graphics, sorry. So here we are in game in GTA 5. Now, our graphics card really isn't doing too much here. It's just sort of sitting around. We could probably actually put the settings up. That might actually help our graphics card to do something. I don't know why it's sitting so low, unless it is just because it's just such a major CPU bottleneck that we can't actually utilise the graphics card at all. So it should be going higher than in the 60s really, so I'm not really sure whether we're just so bottlenecked that the graphics card can't even get up or what it is, but we'll see. I mean, certainly the RX 5700 XT can certainly do 1080p low, far more than 60 FPS, that's for sure, in GTA 5, so I'm not really sure what's happening here. Tell you what, let's actually just knock it up further. I mean, obviously our CPU probably is the bottleneck, but let's just see if we knock up the settings. Let's just start knocking these up here. Okay, again we're back in. Again, CPU usage at 100% more or less. Again, well, no, the graphics card. I was hoping the graphics card might be tested a bit more, but we're only about 30% usage on the GPU at the moment, 25 maybe. So really, it is just a massive CPU bottleneck here, and that's why we're getting such bad results. But we're still sort of kicking it round sort of 60 FPS or so, maybe one or two drops here and there. Yeah, unfortunately I think we're just too CPU bottleneck to get anything out of this graphics card, so I thought it would be a little bit better than this. I didn't quite realise it's going to be this bottlenecked, if I'm being honest. I didn't think it would be this bad, but I mean, you can still play it like this, and if you really wanted to, you could, you know, you could stick a very good graphics card in a very poor PC where it's CPU bottlenecked, and you can get still. I mean, we're still getting over 60 FPS at what is basically 1080p high, or certainly medium settings anyway. So it's not. It's, you know, it's certainly playable. Obviously, GTA 5 is a very old game now, so that, you know, that's probably why as well. But yeah, like I said, this is just a bit of fun, guys. Really, just to see what happened. Really, when I did run the Heaven benchmark, it did seem to did seem to utilize the GPU a little bit more heavier. So I think after this game we'll just run a Heaven benchmark and just see if we can utilize the GPU a little bit better. And then I think finally we'll go on to the very demanding game, which is Cyberpunk 2077. But again, I'm not really, I haven't really got too much hope with that game, seeing as GTA 5 is, you know, not being utilised. That Cyberpunk's probably going to be even worse. So we'll see. I mean, it might not be. We'll see. Oh, we're stuck here. Yeah, pretty much near 100% usage on the CPU, but we kind of knew that would happen. Yeah, we're getting a lot more percentage on the GPU doing this benchmarking tool, so I don't really know what's happening with the games, whether they're just too... Maybe they're too CPU bottleneck to actually even utilise the GPU, because here we're only using about 55% or so on the CPU, and then obviously now we're able to use a lot higher on the RX 5700 XT, the GPU. Or even though saying that has gone down by a bit, but there we go. It's gone up to 99% now on the GPU. So I think it basically was that the CPU is so bottlenecking us that the GPU just can't even get into action. Basically, we can see that the GPU is working fine, so there's nothing wrong there, and it is starting to get up to 57 degrees now, the graphics card. So it's starting to actually warm up a little bit now as well. So that's good. But yeah, we'll quit out of this now, and we'll just give Cyberpunk a go just for laughs. I just want to see, just for a laugh, to see what it will do. Loading up initially. There we go. We're eventually there. That took a good minute or so there, almost. And this is an SSD run off as well. Don't forget. So it's not like it's it's not like it's a hard drive. So let's go into the video first of all. 1080p height. 1080p full screen, we'll get there. Quick preset is medium here, with auto FX. So actually let's just give that a go and just see what it's like. Okay, we've loaded up into Cyberpunk, and 100% usage on our CPU again, as we expected. And again, we're about 35%. Oh no, we've nearly got up to about 50% there on the GPU, so that's something. But again, we just can't get our graphics card going because we're just far too CPU bottlenecked here. Can we nick this car? Get in the cop car, why not? Probably have the cops on us now. Oh, there we go, cops are on us straight away. But yeah, again, our graphics card is sitting about 40% usage there, 45 degrees centigrade. Yeah, just too bottlenecked really. We can't even utilise this GPU. I mean, probably even a GTX 1070 would probably still be bottlenecked in this system, believe it or not. So, you know, it just kind of shows you how poor this is. And 4-core, 4-thread, and quite a weak one at that, and an i5 3570 is poor. But again, it was for entertainment purposes. I just wanted to sort of show you how bad bottlenecks can get if you do bottleneck your GPU that badly. But I mean, if you're really strapped for cash and you do get someone offering you like a really good graphics card, I mean, I got this for 50 quid, so I thought, why not? But we will have a proper system in a couple of weeks' time. Maybe even next week's video we might even do it, but certainly in 2 or 3 weeks' time we'll have a proper system built for this, and we'll see what the RX 5700 XT can actually do. Again, we're not going to take any proper benchmarks or anything here. This is just for fun and you know, a little bit of just, you know, just a little bit of interest as well, to see how badly things will get bottlenecked when you really do run a major CPU bottleneck, just to give you an idea of what can happen, guys. So yeah, I think that's probably the end of the video now, guys. I think that's you know, the three most sort of CPU intensive games that I could think of. So that was a good test for this system. And to be fair, I mean, if you really are, you know, if you really want to, you can actually do this. But again, I don't recommend it, and it's, you know, you're far better off getting a proper system. But it is what it is. Let me know in the comments what you think. It's just a bit of a laugh video, a bit of a joke video, this one, just for entertainment purposes, really. Again, I wouldn't recommend this. But yeah, yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this. Please like the video, and as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.